All right, here's your man, sir-earl, coming at you. This episode number 160. 160 episodes, pretty good. I never even thought I'd get past two. Um, I'm coming at you with another podcast. Today is Monday, sometime in the afternoon, 12 o'clock, 12:15, something like that. So I am coming at you today with another podcast. Um, so once again, we got from Thursday. We have 3 weeks into Chie's first show. She's doing two divisions. The Masters and the Open, and the Masters is 3 weeks from Thursday, July 21st. I believe it's 6 p.m. or something like that. But she's doing that. That will be the first division that she enters. So things are coming along. Things are looking good. We went and trained at 24-hour fitness this Sunday. Last Sunday, we were at my buddy Big Al's gym uh, out in New Lenox. We're just trying to go around and just be in a different environment from the gym that we normally train in, which is ours, and see some people experience some different equipment and different atmosphere, things like that. Al, to me, he has one. He has a great gym. This Sunday, we're anticipating going to LA Fitness out in Alsop. Talk to my buddy Harry Thanos over there and make sure everything is okay, and probably visit over there and get a good workout in on Sunday. So we don't take days off. Every day is a day to get work done. So just because it's Sunday don't mean nothing. So that's what we'll be doing. Like I said, we got about 3 more weeks. Things are looking good. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great event. I think she'll do much better than her last outing. She's never really done really, really bad. She's always done very well because we just kind of know what we need to do to be at our best. And when you're at your best, for her anyway, it's very hard to beat. Very hard for somebody to beat her. So we get to our best. We'll go into the show and we'll see what happens. Hope you come out, join in, and get to enjoy some time watching a great show. We'll invite you out. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about in this podcast, I'm still gonna try to get her on here before the show where she can kind of correspond and do some live stuff on Facebook and answer questions and things like that. She's been extremely busy, so it's very, very hard to pin her down. I'm free when she's working, and when I'm working, she's free. So it kind of don't coincide too much. We've been since we moved to the new facility last year. We've really taken on a lot. Been on a lot busy. We've been very, very busy, along with some other things, my motivational speaking, clothing line, writing a book. She's doing a clothing line. There's just a lot of things going on. There's just more than just coming to work and training clients. My podcast, my social media, 12 different platforms, 13, 14 different platforms that I post on every day, which takes about 2 hours daily. That's about 14 hours a week. That's a part-time job, just posting. But it's starting to get a humongous following and feedback, which falls into later plans. We're trying to build a global audience to not only support my words, but also to maybe get some motivational speaking out of it, some clothing sales out of it, to spread our name. That's the whole idea of social media. A lot of people that's old in any business don't understand. It opens you up to a global world for free, which we never had. It's the greatest time to ever be in business if you utilize the tools that's been given. So that's we have a lot going on right now with those different things. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about is that we live in a world. Last week I talked about the kids, the generation of kids, and why I feel they're the way they are now. It's kind of Um, One thing I notice about this generation, okay, of us, me, I'm in my mid 50s. So I'm talking 50s, 40s, 30s. There's so much fear. People, uh, you have more people than ever. They fat, but they work out. They can get on Instagram, take up pictures, get a couple of likes, and they're satisfied. They can go to church and say praise the Lord and know scripture, and they're satisfied. What happened to the days when you actually had to mean what you said? Those days don't exist anymore. Everybody's fronting, everybody's saying or acting how they think they should be. Um, I've noticed that from I can't comment on too many things, but from my perspective, entrepreneurship is the new sexy. I have more people than ever going into business or asking me about business or anything like that, and uh, you have a 99% failure rate. It's a reason for that. There's a lot that goes into entrepreneurship, and most people, they want to the end result. I always like to say they like the ending picture, the work that has to be done to prepare yourself to run a business is not being done. People are just jumping right into it, and they're being met with a smackdown of reality that goes beyond concept. I mean, I've been in business for myself for 30 years, and I still learn every day. I still work hard every day. I still grind every day. It's still 7 days a week. It's still 24/7. And I know people that they open up their business and they take a fucking vacation every couple of months. I've had a vacation since 1993, and it wasn't even a vacation, it was a honeymoon. I had 5 straight days off. That was the first time and the last time I ever experienced that much time away from work. And wouldn't want to do it again. There's nothing that's more important to me than building the empire in which I'm trying to build. So I never built a life that I need a vacation from. Okay. One of the first things that I always suggest to people is if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to better your life, if you're trying to do any of that, the very first thing you need is to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Most people are never honest with themselves. They learn to blame a lot of outside sources, and in those blaming those outside sources means you never have to take a look at yourself. It's just like if you're in a relationship and you blame everything on the other person, you have no reason to get better because in your mind, none of it was your fault. That's how I went with my ex-wife, and that's why she's an ex-wife. Um, we all can learn from something every single day if one, you start to realize everything is your fault. Everything. Okay? Everything is your fault. If you start to take that approach, then you take the opportunity to learn from everything that you can learn from. You cannot learn what one already thinks they know. So if you've got it all down pat that you know everything, what is there for you to learn? And the reality is you don't know shit. You know what I mean? Because life is always changing. Life is always it's always evolving, and it's if you don't take the opportunity to learn from those evolutions and the things like now being in business 25 years, I'm really adapting to the social media, and it's really paying off for me. Whereas I know a lot of other trainers saying, "Oh, I ain't messing around with that stuff." I know a guy, like I said, I had a guy that did my printing for my shirts. I had to stop using them because he doesn't use email. So, this guy had to come, get my stuff, take 3 days to get it back to me, drive it out here. It just was way too long. Whereas people nowadays, you could send them an email, they do a mock design and send it right back to you. You can answer them if that's what you want in a matter of an hour or two. And this guy's taking 3 or 4 days. That's the difference between what this world has evolved to and what people choose to think they can get by without. It doesn't work like that. It's like they had the radio first, and everybody was used to the radio. Then they made the TV, Imagine today if people chose to not use computers but still use a typewriter. It's just not going to work for them. You have to evolve with the times. So I tell most people the first thing you got to do is you got to look in the mirror and you got to be honest with yourself. Everything that goes good, everything that goes bad is your fault. The second thing that I think most people need to do is you need to keep a journal. And in your journal, you should write down what habits you are forming. Like, for instance, when I get up in the morning, I create the habits that allow me to be successful. And that's, I get up, I meditate, I give gratitude, I listen to devotion songs, I do all those things. And I make a note of all those things. So if it's missing something, I can catch it and make sure I include it in there. So I include all my habits in the morning. I include all my meals, what time I eat them, all my workouts, what I do. And at the bottom of the page, I list 5 things that I'm gratitude, I'm thankful for every day. And one of the simplest ways to get more things in your life is to honestly show gratitude. Going to church, yelling, hooping, and hollering is not showing gratitude. I've been to one of the greatest churches that I know, Reverend Minks, who just retired. They'll praise while you're in church and curse your ass out in the parking lot. You know what I mean? That's not being Christ-like. You know what I mean? So people talk a good game, but when it comes time to prove it, they fail in that capacity. So more people keep a grocery list than they do a journal. And I will tell you right now, if you do not keep a journal, if you do not read and learn and advance yourself every day, you will never see success. Never. And these people that do this, and the more success they see and the more they do of that, then people go, oh, well, I can't tell you how many times I put up a saying or a picture of Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Warren Buffett, and people respond, oh, he's evil, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. Well, did you say that shit when he was packing books in the garage? No. I know people that fail at business every day. Do we say that about them? No, we say it about the ones that's successful, that has been able to amass a great deal of financial wealth. And believe it or not, majority of these guys, they're not doing it for the financial wealth of it all, which you think they are. They're doing it because they feel it's something that needed to be done. Elon Musk felt we needed to have electric cars and we needed to go to Mars. Jeff Bezos felt on Amazon customer service as far as online internet was lacking big time. So people don't realize it's not about the sales, it's about the customer service. I can get it. Amazon can get you anything and everything, but let something go wrong, and it used to be shit. You think customer service was they're cursing you out. You know what I mean? Whereas Amazon, hey, okay, it don't work. You don't want it, send it back. We'll send somebody to pick it up. You know what I mean? Their customer service is A1. And instead of looking at these people and learning what is great about them, once again, it goes back to learning. What we do is hurt, we hate and ridicule. So therefore, if we're thinking about doing anything in life, we'll never get the standpoint of, success leaves clues. We will never get the clues of success because we're too busy wishing and hoping that you had Elon Musk kind of money. It ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna make billions of dollars working at the fucking local Jewels. It's not gonna happen. And you're definitely not gonna get it trying to start you a business that never shows profits, that goes under within a year. Look and learn and start to understand why these people are successful. I find people now, all they have in their life, after years and years and years of making decisions that they didn't want to do, but they thought it was best, taking a job, being a housewife, doing this, doing that, all they have now is regrets, man. I shoulda. I got a client now. who really wants to own her own business, and all I ever hear her talk about is I should have. I decided to be this for my husband. Now you're hating and disappointed in that decision, but now you've already raised two kids. They're 30 years old. You know what I mean? You have to do for you. One of the greatest things that I've learned in having kids is that they follow what you do, not what you say. My mom talked a good game, but when it came time for me to step out, um, it was all talk. So in that essence, I had to learn for myself what it took to be successful and how I could go about building it. Not to say that she didn't help me, but the negative comments that came along with the hurt, shit, you could have kept it. You know what I mean? Negative comments hurt a lot more than saying no. You know, no is over. It's over. Boom, you're done. All the other bullshit, go get a job, shut your gym down, do this and do that. Now that you're successful, it's like, oh, I knew you could do it. Bullshit. Okay? You didn't know. You didn't believe. That was why you reacted to me the way that you did. Okay? So, love my mom to death. But there's so many people who ever doubted that I would even be where I'm at. And the one thing I see more of than anything else is people building a life, whether they're young, heading into regret, or whether they're older, living with regret. Regret, you can never, ever, ever get an answer to. That's why we're not promised tomorrow, okay? We all know that. So let's live our life and let's try to accomplish our dreams and work towards it. Nothing in your life gives you a greater joy than a purpose. And people wake up every day with no purpose whatsoever. It's just their purpose is to make it through the lousy damn day. And that's just not a life, man. It's not a life. Trust me, get you a purpose, write it down, chart it, dream, go forward every day, and you'll see how much more fulfilled your life can become. Okay? So until next week, trust me, I know these things. I did it myself. So until next week, this is your man, Sir Earl. Check it out. Telling everybody, live your dream, man. Peace.